Hello everybody, my name's Anthony, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about happiness and, more importantly, what a lot of people think happiness actually is and how they go about achieving happiness. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. Okay, so for a lot of people in life who want to start something new or they want to get somewhere, they think that happiness is this end point. And basically, the misconception is they think that the starting point here and then the journey that they take to their goals and aspirations, this is what they believe is true happiness. Whereas, as human beings, we're designed to push ourselves and to challenge ourselves daily. So, happiness isn't necessarily achieving the overall goal. Don't get me wrong, you feel a sense of accomplishment when you get to that set goal, but what a lot of people don't understand is that happiness actually comes from the process in which we have to take in order to achieve those goals. Because we're designed to push ourselves and challenge ourselves, it's not actually achieving the overall goal, but it's all the high points and low points that we have to set out to accomplish in order to achieve that overall goal. And this is what we call peaks and valleys. Now basically what peaks and valleys are is when you reach a certain point in life and you're on a high point and then all of a sudden something goes wrong and you end up falling into a bit of a rut. You don't carry out your goals that you set yourself, or you don't do certain things in order to accomplish them goals, then you start to get demotivated and you feel sad. And obviously what you've got to understand is that happiness doesn't actually come from attaining the overall goal, but it actually comes from the process that we have to go through in order to achieve those goals. Now, for a lot of people, that when they're trying to, achieve happiness or in the pursuit of happiness, what they need to understand is it's external factors that actually influence where we're currently at in life that determines how we feel overall. So basically, in a day-to-day running, something could happen. You don't get the mark on the essay paper that you submitted, or you don't feel like going to the gym. So it's hard not to feel frustrated with yourself. You might procrastinate when it comes to doing certain things. So you're not technically going to feel happy. It doesn't matter where you're at currently in life. You could have everything going for you, but you'd still not feel happy. And that's because, like I said earlier, it comes from the actual process and what you have to accomplish in order to get where you want to be in life. That's when people start to achieve happiness. They start to enter this flow state. Now, for a lot of you who don't know what flow state is when it's like a state that you enter when basically you're doing things in your day-to-day runnings of life that you find enjoyable. Like a lot of people who take on photography and stuff like that, they get so immersed in the actual concept of going out and taking photos that they completely lose track of time and they don't really think about anything else that's going on because they're so immersed in that one topic that nothing else around them matters at all. And that's when people achieve true happiness. It could have been such a hard day. They could have had to have gone and, hiked up a mountain before they got to the top just to take this one photo. But in the end, it was all worth it because they managed to do what they set out to do. So that big long hike all the way up that mountain, it didn't really matter. And, they were probably happy just doing that because they knew what they set out to achieve would bring them that, that emotion that filled them full of happiness at that current moment in time. You see, it's very tough in the world we live in today to maintain happiness and grab onto it and live a happy life, every day in, day out, because nobody knows what's going to happen the next day. Nobody knows what's going to happen a year from now. And that's the issue a lot of people don't seem to understand when it comes to happiness. They think it's like this finite object that they can latch onto and grab onto, and then that's it then for the rest of their life. So to put it into perspective for you, so you set out to build a business from scratch. You start at your starting point and you think you're going to get to the end point, and nothing in between is going to be an issue. Whereas there's a lot of ups and downs when it comes to building a business. Same with anything, you know, for us to achieve true happiness, we need to push ourselves past our comfort zone, outside of our boundaries, because we're socially conditioned to achieve more. Everybody feels like they've got a sense and a purpose in life. They want to give more than what they actually are, because we live in a world full of 8 billion people. Now, in the grand scheme of things, you're only a little tiny minuscule of that 8 billion people, so it's quite hard for you to, you know, really stand out in life as being an innovator or someone who changed the world for the better. But everybody sees it in a day-to-day running, on social media, you know, on the news. They see all these people doing amazing things and they think that they can also do it, and that what they'll achieve in the long run then will create their happiness. But it's not the case. You need to find something in life that you truly find that you're truly passionate about, and set out after it, and nothing comes over you, nothing will stop you. And it's just, you know, that's when people start to finally see what life's all about. So to wrap this up, in essence, people shouldn't try to achieve happiness as this finite sort of object that they can more or less hold in their hand, because it's completely impossible. And remember, it's never actually the end goal, it's the process and the progress that you take along the way that also contributes towards that happiness. So I hope you've learned something in this video. If you've got any questions, then please feel free to comment below and I'll get back to you with an answer. Until the next video, peace.